Oh, Tube Nation. Hello. We are back, baby. And today I'm gonna be doing my updated makeup routine because a lot of you guys in the last video said that you liked my makeup in the last video. And I was like, okay, yeah, I've been doing my shit a little bit differently. I've been making some subtle changes. So I'm gonna try to recreate what I did for my last video. So yeah, I'll just walk you guys through it step by step. I'll also be yapping in between. You guys know the drill. I already did my skincare routine off camera. And basically that's just to like prep my face. So that's why I'm looking a little sweaty right now. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm excited. But before we get started, we do have a sponsor, so take it away, Sarah. All right, y'all, today's sponsorship is BetterHelp. I talk about this all the time, but therapy truly changed my life. I don't know where I would be, who I would be without having my therapist. She just really helps me with my coping skills and how to like reframe the way I look at certain relationships in my life. If you guys haven't known by now, I'm really bad with boundaries. That's been like the biggest struggle of my life. I'm the biggest people pleaser and I'm loyal to a fault. My therapist has been amazing at helping me navigate like certain relationships and certain people in my life, and I just love that girly, and I don't know where I would be right now without her, truly. And a therapist will listen to you and they will ask questions and just give you a different perspective on things. They can give you advice and techniques to make positive changes in your life. BetterHelp is the sponsor of today's video, and they're on a mission to make starting therapy easier. All you gotta do is fill out a questionnaire and you will match with a therapist in as little as a couple of days. You can easily switch therapists anytime at no cost if it's not the right fit. And with over 7,000 reviews and a 4.3 rating on Trustpilot, BetterHelp is a platform that you can trust. So make sure you guys click the link in my description or go to betterhelp.com/SarahVasca and get 10% off of your first month of therapy. Thank you so much, BetterHelp, for sponsoring today's video, and let's get into it. Okay, also, I have a question for you guys because I'm so confused. In my last video, someone commented and they were like, oh my god, Sarah, your makeup looks amazing in this video. And then somebody replied to that comment and was like, something like, oh my god, yeah, it looks so good. She was starting to look British for a while. I love what she's doing now. She was looking British for a second. Hey, what? What? What do you mean by that? I was looking British for a while? What does that even mean? Whoever commented that, can you like comment below what the hell that meant? Like, what do you mean I looked British? What? That made me laugh so hard. I was just out here looking, and is that a bad thing? Like, British people are gorgeous. That truly perplexed me, and I'm very curious as to what that girly meant by that. But I guess in my last video, I didn't look as British, so not like that's a bad thing. I don't know, whatever. The very first step after doing my skincare is I take Makeup Forever Mist and Fix, and I just spray this all over my little freaking face. And then I gotta fan it with something. Right, I just pull out something random. This is a card that I was gonna get for this guy I was talking to, but obviously it's still in the package. Never came around to it, but you know what? We move. I'm really confused about my skin tone these days. I don't really know what shade I am right now. So this might not even be my shade, or maybe it is. I don't know, but this is Luminous Silk by Giorgio Armani in 8.25. This stuff is kind of expensive. I just splurge on this stuff because it's really good and I've been using it for years. Beauty blender, get it damp. You know the drill. Oh wait, well yes, it's kind of perfect. I always doubt myself, but then once I get going, I'm like, wait a second. And I don't use too much foundation right now because my skin is looking really good right now. And I think it's just because I updated my skincare routine. I added this into my routine. And I don't know if this is what's really clearing up my skin. I have really bad rosacea. I've been cutting out gluten and dairy out of my diet, and my rosacea looks so much better. My skin is just clearing up. I think it's a combination of just not eating gluten and dairy. It's probably like the main thing. But I always want to tell myself it's because of my new product. Maybe that's a contributor, I don't know. But I'm just telling myself that that's it too. Okay, you guys, I need to tell you about what happened the other night because I'm so stressed out. I like truly don't know what to do with myself. It's like paralyzing me. Basically, as you guys know, I live with my friends Ryan and Camille. They live upstairs. Ryan texted me after he got off from work and he was like, hey, do you want to like come up here and watch the premiere of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Because there's a new season. So I was like, absolutely. I fucking love that show. I didn't even realize that there was a new season. And so it was like 8 p.m. This was like 3 days ago. 8 p.m. I go out of my room. I go up the little stairs and I'm in the main house, right? And me and Ryan are really enjoying our time watching the premiere, even though the premiere wasn't that good. It was kind of bore. It was just kind of stupid. I don't But I'm still giving it a chance, you know? Whatever. I'm still enjoying my time hanging out with Ryan. We're just vibing. Okay? Okay. Okay, before I continue the story, let me tell you what I'm doing next. I take NARS Creamy Concealer. I've been using this for years. The girlies who get it. And I have custard and I have macadamia. Like I said, I really can't tell what my skin tone is right now. I just kind of mix both of them because one is pretty light and one is like medium. So, but it blends together really nice. So just let me cook. Just let me cook. Give me a chance. So yeah, we're chilling up there. Everything is fine and normal. And then all of a sudden, Ryan's phone lights up. He gets a little notification. Okay? And this notification was from the Ring app, like the Ring doorbell app, the security camera app. Yeah, so he gets a little notification, but the gag is Camille is still at work and we have her location and she was literally not home. So me and Ryan look at each other and we're like, why does it say that there's movement detected outside of my room? Outside of my room. My room. Okay? And they have 2 doggies and the doggies were fully sitting right next to us on the couch. Uh-huh. Yeah. So every single follicle of hair stands up on both of our bodies. I was like, just open it. Just open the notification. Just do it. He opens it up on his phone. He plays back the footage of the movement outside of my room. You guys, there is a giant black rodent with a tail right outside of my door, just moving up and down. Yeah. Well, yes. And it's huge. I literally started screaming. I like started hyperventilating a little bit because I don't know if you guys know this about me, but it transcends the word fear. It's not even a fear. It is an actual phobia. I am so afraid of rodents, like rats, anything in that realm. It sends me into a panic attack anytime I see one, sense one, hear one. And when me and Ryan are looking at the footage and we see this giant black thing with a long ass tail just outside of my room, oh my god. I like low-key started crying and I was like, I can't go down there. I literally cannot go down there after this show is over. And he was like, oh my god, that looks like a rat. And I was like, I cannot see a rat. It was huge. And my initial thought, I was like, that is like a New York City rat. Like, that's like a huge ass rat. And why is it outside of my door? Like, what did I do? And he just kept getting notifications of movement and we kept looking at it and it would just like go all over the yard and it was just like in every little crevice of the yard and it was just like slithering around with its little fucking tail and it was so scary, dude. We kept trying to resume the episode, but I literally couldn't focus. And maybe that's why I didn't enjoy the episode so much, because I was so in my head the entire time just knowing that that little fucking demon is outside of my room. And luckily there's no way for it to get inside of my room. Like there's no like little creaks or like cracks where it could like go into my room, but just the thought of it just being right there, my heart was pounding while watching Housewives of Salt Lake City. Like I could not focus. I could not get my heart rate to calm down. When the episode was over, I felt so bad because Ryan like had to work in the morning, and so he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna like try to go to sleep. And I was like, you have to walk me down to my room, because at this point it's been like an hour. We haven't gotten any more notifications, so we haven't seen any more movement. But I was like, hey, sorry, I know you're just as scared as me, but you have to walk me to my room. So then he was like, okay, I'll walk you to your room. And we were like walking down, we have our flashlights out, we're like creeping around the corner, and we didn't see anything. So I just like sprinted to my room and opened up the door and like closed it really quick. Oh my God, I was like looking in all my cabinets. I knew that it wasn't in my apartment, but I still could not lay my head down on my pillow without checking every single corner of my apartment. So sleeping that night was very, very hard. But I was trying to remind myself, like, it's outside of my room, it can't get inside. And also, I sent the footage to my friend, and one of his friends, they're like in pest control. He's like a pest control guy, and he showed it to him, and then the guy was like, oh no, that's a possum, it's not a giant rat. And I was like, okay, that makes me feel a little bit better because I'm way more scared of rats, but still, ew, It looks like a rat, and that's the thing about possums. They're not rats, but that looked like a giant New York rat to me. So I still couldn't like truly relax knowing it was a possum. It was just a mind fuck. I was so scared. I was doing so much research in my bed just about like possums and stuff, because I was just like, oh my God, like, will it hurt me? Will it attack me? Like, what is the vibe? Like, if I accidentally walk outside and I see it, what's gonna happen? Because my biggest fear is I just think it's gonna jump at me and eat my face. I think I've talked about this before, but I think in my past life, something had to have happened to me with a rodent, okay? Like, the way that I am so scared of them for no fucking reason, I'm like, something had to have happened to me. Like, I must have gotten attacked by a rat or like just like a rodent or something in my past life. I feel like that's literally how I died, because this isn't normal. Like, the way that my body responds to rodents, like, this isn't, I don't know. So I was doing a lot of research on possums, and apparently they're really shy and kind of stupid. And like, my friend called me and he was trying to reassure me. He was like, dude, possums are kind of stupid. Like, they play dead because they're so scared. And I was like, wait, you're so right. I remember that movie Over the Hedge, like that animated movie. I hate that movie, by the way. I saw it once and I was like, no. This entire movie is my worst nightmare, so absolutely never watching this again. But I do remember that part where the possum would like play dead. And so he was like, yeah, if anything, it'll see you and get scared and play dead, or it'll just run away. It's not gonna hurt you. And I was like, I get that, but that's not, I don't know. That still doesn't really help. But, and everyone's like, no, they're way more scared of you than you are of it. And it's like, and that's actually not correct. I appreciate that, but that's just not my truth. So whatever, I ended up falling asleep. Oh, also right now I'm just doing Laura Mercier translucent powder, just in all the spots that I did my concealer. And also this is a different booty blender. Different beauty blender. I try to keep them separate. This is just for translucent powder. This one's just for liquids and stuff. So anyway, I ended up falling asleep at like 4:30 in the morning. I was restless. I had to take a melatonin. Like, I just was not okay. And then the next day I had to like run errands, and I like opened up my room and like looked around. I was scared to go outside. It was really bad, but I made it to my car. I ran my errands, didn't see the little fucker anywhere. And I was like, okay, maybe he was just stopping by. Okay, he was just stopping by, wanted to see if there was any food laying around, and there just wasn't. So then he went on his merry way, and that made me feel a little bit better. So then at nighttime, I'm like doing my dishes, you know, just like getting ready for bed. And then my phone lights up and it's Ryan, and he's like, OMG, he's back. And I was like, you have to be fucking kidding me. He's back. And then he sent me another video, and oh my God, oh yeah, he was back. And it's like, go away. You were here last night. We don't have anything out here in the backyard for you. We don't have food. We don't have water. Like, what are you doing, bro? I didn't even want to look out the window. I was too scared. I made sure that my curtains were closed. Like, I didn't want to see any inch of that little thing. I was so scared. I invited my guy friend over And I was like, can you please come over? I am freaking the fuck out. Like, he's just right there. I just need you to, you know, do something with it. Like, put it in a cardboard box and like throw it across the street. I don't know. I'm not saying kill it. And also like, it'd be kind of hard, but just, can you do something? And so then he came over, he brought like his flashlight. He was looking all over the backyard and he escaped. He was gone. So we couldn't even find the little booger. So that helped me. I was like, okay, I can like sleep better. But then the next day, the next day, Ryan went out to his car at like 8 p.m. And then Ryan texted me and said, the little bitch is back and he's by my car. Apparently, since he saw Ryan, he like ran into the bushes, but like by my car. So I'm just like, oh my God, he's obsessed with me. He's obsessed with me. Like, just, oh my God, go away. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. But that was a few days ago and we haven't gotten any movement since, or like we haven't seen any sightings or anything. I'm really blessed because I didn't see it in person. Thank God. I feel bad for Ryan because he had to see it in person and he was so scared. He was like, it's fucking huge. Like, dude, just go away. Like, can you go across the street? Like, there's so many houses on the street. Why? So yeah, that's been just kind of giving me the heebie-jeebies lately. Okay, also this is Sephora matte bronzer in Ibiza. Ugh, Ibiza. And I just like kind of, okay, this looks harsh. Give me a second. You want to go in here and then I just like go up. You just gotta blend it in. You just don't want any like harsh lines, okay? So you just always want to like go up. And if you think that you blended it enough, you didn't. Just keep going. You just gotta overdo it. Like, okay, yes. And then just do it on the other side. Okay, now when I contour my forehead, I'm still trying to master this. It seems so simple, but you just want to put like the littlest amount. You don't want to go too crazy on the forehead, but I just put like a little bit of contour here and then on the other side and then up on the top. And now I'm going to take my blush. This is Laura Mercier blush in Rosé. This is just the only blush I use. I want to branch out and use different ones, but I really like this color on me right now. I'm just gonna use a bigger brush for this. Dip it. Again, don't want to go too crazy, okay? Just a little bit on the balls of my cheeks, kind of blend it out a little bit. I put a little bit on my nose. And yeah, it's just really subtle. I just really like this color. It's just pretty. Okay, next I'm gonna do my eyes. I don't know if a lot of people do this, but this is just what I do. Because the thing about my eyes, I get so greasy up here throughout the day. And especially like right here, my eyes are so sensitive to light. Like whenever I'm outside, just in the daytime, and I'm like moving around, like walking anywhere outside, I'm always crying. My eyes are so sensitive and it's so annoying. And also because my eyes get so moist, like it just always just fucks up my eyelids and my eyeliner and my eyeshadow. So I take some concealer and I just put it on my eyelids and then you just blend it out. And then I'm just gonna take my Laura Mercier translucent powder and then I'm just gonna go over it. And I've tried eyeshadow primer. I've tried so many different kinds of it and none of them have ever worked for me. This is literally the only method that works for me. So I'm just gonna stick to this method. It just really helps seal everything in and it just keeps my eyeshadow and my eyeliner on. I don't know the science behind it, but it just works. And then after all that, when I'm done with my face, well, I'm not done with my face. I do my highlighter at the very end. But after all that, I just use my Makeup Forever mist and just go over it because we just want to set this shit in place, okay? Because it takes me forever to do my eyes and I don't want anything to move. So this is where shit gets fun. This is the palette that I've been using for the past year. This is 35U in Gilded Desert by Morphe, but it just has like really nice neutral brown, orangey, just really nice shades. And because I wear a lot of earth tones and more like warmer tones, this palette is perfect, I think. At first I used this shade, it's called Beaming. It's just like the light shade and I just make the base color first. And then I want to move up to Bronze and Buffed. This is like a light brown shimmery shade and I just kind of go over that, but not in the corners, just like over on the sides. And then I transition into this orangey one called Dune Buggy. Love this one. Go over it with that one. And then if I'm feeling crazy, this is what I did in my video last time, but I do Molten. It's like this burgundy, and I don't do a lot of it, just like a little bit on the sides. Nothing too dark. And then on my underline, I kind of do the same thing. This, and this. These are my big three. And in the past, my thing was doing like the shimmer in the corners, but I just kind of branched out of that. I kind of got tired of it. And I don't know what switched. I just randomly one time just didn't do that. And I was like, wait, I actually really like this. I kind of like it without the shimmery in the middle. But if you guys like to put some shimmer in the middle, do you. But I'm just not doing that right now. And I'm wondering if that is something that you guys have noticed that's different about my makeup, because I've been doing that for years. What else has been going on? The other night I was watching Another Cinderella Story with Selena Gomez and Drew Seeley. Iconic film. And I was watching that. Drew Seeley started singing the song New Classic. You're a new classic. You're the new PYT. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I've ever told this story. Maybe I have, and I'm gonna be so annoyed if I actually have. Well, if I told this story in the past, I'm telling it again because this just brought up so many memories. Guys, I was obsessed with this movie when I was a freshman in high school. When I was a freshman, I was in choir class at my Christian school. I was in this choir class with my two best friends, Natalie and Annika, okay? And the three of us were just like, woo, we're in choir, we're so cool. We love to sing. In our choir class, all three of us, me, Natalie, and Annika, all of our crushes were in our choir class, okay? I had a crush on this guy. Let's call him James. Another J name. I can't. I had a crush on this guy named James. I was just so excited every single day to go into choir because not only is James in my choir class, but like this was my moment to just be like, whoa, like show off that, you know, Mommy likes to sing. And it was just really fun. It was giving Glee because our choir room was big. Our teacher was like silly and crazy and quirky. And we just had so much fun in choir. That was just our favorite part of the day. And obviously after every quarter, we have finals. And for our final, we had to get into groups, okay? You can like pick 2, 3, 4 people to be in your group. And you had to pick a song. And then we all had to go to a retirement home and perform it for the old people, okay? This was our fucking moment. We were so excited about this. We were like, oh my God, we get to pick any song we want and it doesn't have to be a Christian song. It can be a secular song. It was crazy. Like we could pick whatever we wanted. So we had to perform one song at the retirement home, and then the second song we had to perform it in front of the class, but it had to be a different song. During that time, we were obsessed with Another Cinderella Story, and we were obsessed with the song New Classic. You're a new classic. And so me, Natalie, and Annika, we were like, bruh, we want to make history at this school. Let's perform New Classic as a girl group. Let's do choreo and perform New fucking Classic as our final. And at first, Natalie and Annika were like, choreo? And I was like, you guys, if we put our minds to this and we practice every day, we're gonna be legends. We'll be able to start a girl group. Like we wanted to be Fifth Harmony so bad. Like that was when the whole Fifth Harmony craze was happening. Every day for a week, they would come over to my house and we came up with choreo. We listened to New Classic on repeat. We just came up with like these moves, right? And they were so bad. We were just so stiff. And it's not like it was a competition. Like this was just, this is for the old folks home. Like we were treating this as if we were about to perform on the X Factor and Simon Cowell himself was going to sign us. Like we took this shit so seriously and we practiced every day. We focused way too much on the choreo that we didn't really focus on, you know, how we sounded, because this was a choir final and we had to, you know, sing. We had to come up with a 3-part harmony, but we somehow figured something out, but it sounded awful. Whatever, we locked in and we think that we are killing it. We are so excited. The day arrives of our field trip to the old people's home, okay? We are ready to go. I have my instrumental version of New Classic that I illegally downloaded on LimeWire on a little blank disc. My choir teacher only brought like this little boom box. It was like this little speaker that we could use at the old folks' home. So I had my disc with the instrumental version on. We get in the bus and we're on our way to the old folks' home. And you guys, I am tweaking. My friend Natalie literally took a video of me on the bus because I was just sitting there. I had my headphones in and I was just listening to the instrumental on repeat, and I was just like doing the moves and singing to myself on the bus. It was serious.
Yeah, we didn't do training. Yeah. Oh, we didn't?
No. Everybody else on the bus were just like chatting and laughing and giggling, and like we're on our way to the old folks' home to perform for choir, but I am silent. Like tweaking. Like people tried to talk to me and I was like, you're the new classic. You're the new P-word. I was like, these bitches just don't understand the magic that we're about to bring to this old folks home. You guys are all goofing around on the bus. I'm planning my future. So we get to the old folks home. I'm like freaking out. Annika and Natalie are trying to calm me down. Like we have all of our steps. Like we have everything memorized and good. And we walk into this room and it's kind of like a small room. Not a stage, obviously. We're at an old folks home. There's maybe like 15 old people just in their seats. A lot of them are in wheelchairs. A lot of them don't know like what is even happening. Like don't even know what's going on. A lot of them like didn't have smiles on their faces. Like a lot of them were just like, you know, they're old, like, but there were a few that had some smiles on their faces. They were like, oh my God, our entertainment for the week. Who are these little 15-year-olds are gonna sing for us? Like, it's a treat for a lot of them. But then there were some that were just like, oh my God, I'd rather be literally anywhere else. And I think that once I walked in and I saw, I was just like, oh my God. It was like Simon Cowell times 12. It was like, they were all just like Simon Cowell, just like, and that was very intimidating. So we were like the 6th group to go. And a lot of the people in my class, they would do just like an a cappella performance, or they had like a piano, so someone would play the piano and then they would sing. We were the literal only people that needed my choir teacher to bring the boombox. And so everyone is just watching the performances. I'm literally sitting in my seat shaking. And when I'm watching the performance before us, my heart is like racing out of my chest because I'm like, oh my God, I'm next. Oh my God, we're next. Oh my God, we're next. My choir teacher is like, okay, you guys, next is Sarah, Natalie, and Annika. They're gonna perform. She's like, New Classic by Drew Seeley? Who the, like, what? The old people were like, okay, like who the fuck is Drew Seeley? And so me and Natalie and Annika like stand up and we get in position. Okay, oh, it's serious. I'm in the front, they're at the back. In our blue plaid flannels and our capri shorts. We had such a strict dress code and we could only wear capris if we were going on a field trip. So, we took advantage of that shit. We were wearing capris. I was probably wearing like Reebok sneakers, like just looking fugly. I had my bowl cut swoop, like trying to be emo, but we weren't allowed to dye our hair at this school. So I had like light brown swoopy emo bangs. Like my style was so confusing because like I wanted to be emo, but I couldn't be emo. I'm also wearing a plaid blue shirt. Like what the fuck is happening? And so then my choir teacher, she gets up and she's setting up the boombox. Me, Natalie, and Annika are just like getting in position and we're like looking at each other and we're like, we got this. We got this, girls. And our crushes are there. Our crushes. And that was the thing. We wanted to slay. Our crushes were watching. And we knew that they were gonna drool over us. They were about to see this performance and fall to their knees and kiss our feet. Like we were like, oh my God, we are superstars. Let's fucking rock, ladies. My teacher was in the corner setting up the boombox, so it was like taking a little bit. Like a little bit longer than we thought it was gonna take. And it was like dead silent, obviously, because These old people are just like waiting for whatever the fuck is about to happen. It maybe took like a minute and a half for my teacher to like get it set up. Finally, it's all set up and my teacher looks at us and she's like, ready girls? And we're like, ready. I just remember like once that music started, my brain went blank. I got so scared. I like blacked out, but my girlies were right next to me and we knew the choreo. But I think that we were all so focused on the choreo that we were singing, but we were fucking up the harmonies so much. Annika forgot the words for a lot of it, so me and Natalie had to like keep going. But then once Annika forgot the words, it got in our heads, so then we started fucking up the words. But then one of us would like come back and like remember the words, but then the harmonies kept getting switched. At one point, the girlies forgot their harmonies, so we were all singing on the same melody. There was no harmonies going on. And I'm not joking, we were like doing like all of these moves, like it was like head turns and like hair flips and stuff. And we just look out in the crowd, the old people were just like, just silent. Because first of all, old people didn't know the song. Second of all, they didn't know what we were saying because we kept messing up the words. Oh my god, and also because we were dancing and singing at the same time, we were like running out of breath. Like our breath control was so bad. We were like huffing and puffing, like we were struggling up there. And also because we were so nervous, the adrenaline, the choreo, just remembering everything, like we were all just breathing at different times. It was a hot mess. And I looked over at my classmates, everyone in my choir class, and they couldn't even look at us. They weren't even looking at us. They were looking at the ground or like looking around because it was palpable, like actually how bad it was. Oh, and to make shit worse, in the middle of the song, like we just finished the chorus, so now we're like getting into the second verse, the boombox stopped. It just stopped. The music just stopped. And we were like, so we all just stop and everyone's just like, what the fuck? My teacher was like freaking out. She was like, oh my god, I'm sorry, it's probably just the boombox, blah, blah, blah. And so my teacher goes and she's like messing with the boombox and me, Natalie, and Annika are just like, like just trying to like keep the vibe going. And nobody's talking. Like it's literally silent. The old people aren't like talking. The classmates aren't talking. Like it's just quiet in the room. And my teacher was like trying to mess with the boombox and then she got it to go again. But it started over from the beginning. So the song just started over. And then we look at my choir teacher and she's like, just take it from the top. Just start it over. And we were like, okay. So then we started over. And then in my head, I was like, okay, maybe this is a good thing because like maybe we were just nervous the first time. Like we all forgot the words at some point of the song. So like this is just a redo. So we're doing the entire thing over again. It's going a little bit better. Like we're remembering the words, but we all just kept forgetting the harmonies again. So we're all just singing flat the same melody. Also, we're not smiling. Like we have no facial expressions because we're so nervous. And also, we're feeding off of the crowd. And the crowd is a bunch of old people that aren't smiling, that aren't clapping along and like getting hype. Like it was just... So we're feeding off of that energy. So like, oh my god, we were just shitting ourselves. And also, mind you, the music is coming out of this tiny little shitty boombox with horrible speakers. So the volume isn't even that loud. So our voices were way louder than the music. You could barely even hear the music. And then again, 1 minute into the song stops. At the same exact point where it stopped the first time, it just stopped at the same point. At that point, we were like, oh my god. And then my choir teacher was like, oh my god, you guys. Oh my god, it's okay, it's okay. And me, Natalie, and Annika are just like, what the fuck do we do? Like, we can't do this a third time. So then we just stopped again. Silence. My choir teacher like opens up the boombox, takes the CD out and looks at it and she's like, girls, the CD's scratched. Do you have another one? And we were like, no. And she was like, oh, you don't have a backup CD? I was like, no, I don't. And she was like, girls, I think that this CD is just scratched. Like, it's just not gonna work, but really good effort. My choir teacher was like, okay, give it up for Sarah, Annika, and Natalie. We're having technical issues, but really good job. And everyone was just like, what the? We all walk back to our seats. Our crushes can't even look us in the eye. No one's even like, hey, that was good. Good job. You guys tried. No one even had anything encouraging to say to us. I felt like the walls were closing in on me when I sat back down. Like, I literally could not breathe. And Natalie and Annika were just like, Sarah, why was the CD scratched? And I was like, I don't know. Like that was my bad because I was the one that provided the music. And so yes, that was on me. But I was like, damn. But also that was just our first part of the final. And then the next week we had to perform another song for the class. And me, Natalie, and Annika performed Marvin's Room. Marvin's Room. I learned Marvin's Room on the piano. So I was sitting at the piano and then Natalie and Annika were standing next to me and then we performed Marvin's Room by Drake. And the reason why we performed Marvin's Room by Drake is because the guy that I was in love with, who went to my best friend Katie's school, she went to a different high school than me, but I was seeing this guy at her school and he was in her friend group. Well, he cheated on me. Kind of. Like, not really. We weren't officially dating, but he made out with some other girl. And I found out about it and I was just blasting Marvin's Room for like weeks at a time. I was so hyper fixated on Marvin's Room. We couldn't think of another song to perform. So I was like, you guys, we have to do Marvin's Room. I feel like this will be like a sweet release. And also my friend Natalie was also going through a breakup. And I think Annika was talking to this guy who was like ghosting her. So the three of us just at the piano performing Marvin's Room. Like, oh my God, I forgot to mention. So obviously Drake is a black man. And in the song Marvin's Room, he said the N-word multiple times. And well, obviously we're not gonna say that. And we like can't say the F word. So we had to like change up the lyrics, obviously. So we switched it up and we were like, how's that new girl that you love so bad? And like the whole time I was playing the piano and singing, I was just like, fuck you, Connor. I can't believe you made out with Judith. Like, what the fuck? You said that was just your friend. And that was actually her name too. Her name was Judith. And I was so fucking pissed. But I think because of that performance, that redeemed us because we had our 3-part harmony on lock because we weren't doing choreo and we weren't in front of a bunch of old people. So we weren't shitting our pants. So we actually did really good. And I think my choir teacher was like, okay, that was so much better than the catastrophe that happened at the old folks home. So I'll just give the girls an A. And obviously they're going through it because why are they sobbing at the piano singing Drake? My teacher just really felt our emotions in that one. So that's how we passed choir. And it was so funny too because at the end of the year we have like this big choir concert with everyone in each grade. My choir teacher hand selected people to perform for the choir concert from like our finals and stuff throughout the year. Our teacher like hand selected a bunch of people from my choir class to perform their finals for the concert. And yeah, me, Natalie, and Annika, we were the only ones that didn't get picked. But you know what? That's okay. So yeah, every single time I watch another Cinderella story and I hear New Classic by Drew Seeley, it just sends shivers down my spine. Like, that song traumatized me. And I was like, oh my God, I have to tell the girlies this story. But I couldn't remember if I told this before. So if this was your second time hearing it, sorry. But I just watched that movie and I was like, oh my God, this fucking song, bro. Okay, I'm gonna do my eyeliner off camera because I cannot multitask. But basically, for my eyeliner, I just go in with Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. I just go in on the waterline and I do the tightest line and wing. I'm in my era where I'm trying to do a more subtle eyeliner look because I used to do like big, bold eyeliner. So I try to keep it as close to my eyelid as possible and not make it so thick. So I'm just gonna do that off camera because I can't talk and do it at the same time. So be right back. Okay, not my best work, but she will do. Also, you guys, I'm so obsessed with Justin Bieber right now. Well, of course. But oh my god, swag 1 and swag 2, I'm vibing with it. It's so different. Okay, wait, really quick before I get into this. But this is Frisky in House of Lashes. I really like these. I think that these look really nice with my eye shape. So yes, those are the lashes I'm using. But anyway, JB. I was really happy with the first Swag album. Very different, but I'm loving this approach. Also, it's so obvious that his inspirations on this album were Dijon and McGee, and I've been listening to them for so long, so I could totally hear the influence. Also, they were credited on the album, so I was like, oh my god, hell yeah, JB. I just love that style too, and I think it really fits with JB's voice. I'm not even joking, one of my favorite songs in the JB discography, Yukon. That's Yukon, you guys, is so good. Yukon has been heavily in rotation. And then on the new Swag album, Speed Demon, I was just listening to it, but like, I cannot get enough of Speed Demon. It's so hot. It is so fucking hot. And like the Michael Jackson influence in it, and also his little music video that just came out, I was just watching it. He looks so happy. And I just love watching JB dance around. Just get his swag back, because it was always in him. As much as I love this new era for him, like the I Love My Wife era, I love that for him. He's in such a better place now. Obviously, he's a dad, he's a husband. I love that. But a little piece of me did miss Fuckboy Bieber. Just Fuckboy Bieber, you know, like the Journals era. Something in me craves that. I miss his choreo. He's such a good dancer, and I wish he tapped into that more. There's just like a few songs on Swag 1 and Swag 2 that like make me feel like we're in the Journals era again. I just want him to tap into Fuckboy Bieber just a little bit. Obviously with his loving wife I obviously don't want him to cheat on his wife or like be actually a fuckboy, but I want him to like lock into the hip thrusts of it all and just like the like I want him to, he's got it. I'm just happy for him. He just seems like he's in a way better place, and I love that he didn't do an album rollout. I just love that he just released it, because he's like, I'm Justin Bieber, bitch. Y'all will be listening anyway, so let me just release it right now. And I love that. Like, good for him. If you got the power to do that, then just do it. And I'm so excited that he's headlining Coachella. I think that this will be really healing for him, and honestly for everybody. I feel like we just need a JB Coachella moment. Like, we've been needing this for years. I don't know. I really hope he performs his old hits. I hope that he really like makes it a moment and makes it an experience, and I really want him to hit the choreo, you guys. Like the I just need somebody to love. Oh my god, that choreo with him now as an adult man would make me sob, bro. I will be attending Coachella this year or next year, because that's my boy. That's my boy. I've just seen JB through it all, and seeing him happy and smiling and being a dad and being a loving husband, like I love this for him. I just want him to throw in some choreo. But also if he doesn't want to, that's okay too. Honestly, whatever makes him happy, I'm here for. I'll support him no matter what. Okay, y'all, don't these lashes look so much better on me than my other like dramatic caterpillar ones? I just think that these ones look so much better with my eyes. They're just so fluffy and pretty. I just really, really like these right now. Next, I'm gonna go in with the classic Brow Wiz by Anastasia. It's the brow pencil in soft brown. And I don't really have a technique for my eyebrows. I just fill them in, make them longer, just fill in the gaps. Do you know who I also think is so adorable right now? I have no idea where he came from, but this somber kid, he is so good. In a room full of people, I look for you. Like, he is so funky. I love what he's bringing to the pop universe right now. Like, there's not a lot of like pop boys that are doing it right. Ever since Harry Styles left the scene, it's literally just all pop girlies, and I love the pop girlies right now, but there wasn't a pop boy that was doing it for me. Benson Boone, He just pisses me off right now because I feel like he's trying way too hard to be Harry, dude. And it's really putting me off. And I don't really like his music. I've just been waiting for someone else. Just anybody else. And then this fucking kid came along. He's like, what, 20? And he's out here fucking up the disco. Like, he's out here just like hip thrusting and just like dancing on the dance floor with a disco ball and making like really funky and good music. I'm like, yeah. I have no idea where he came from, but I love it. And I think he's adorable too. Like, he's so precious and he just looks like a sweet kid, and I'm just really rooting for him. And I think he's gonna do some really cool things in the music space. I can hear all of the different alternative and disco references in his music, and I'm like, I like this kid's brain. I like what he's cooking. So I'm keeping my eye out on him. Like, I'm really excited to see his musical journey. Also, I'm really fucking with the Cat's Eye girls right now. I think that they slay. They're so good and they're beautiful. What the fuck? The song Gnarly slaps. I remember when I first listened to it, I was really put off by the lyrics. Like, the fried chicken. Nah, I was like, what the fuck is this? That was the first song I've ever heard by them too. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, this kind of sucks. But then I just kept listening to it over and over and I was like, wait. Nah. I was like popping my ass. I was like, wait. I'm like doing like the choreo and shit. I was like, this beat bangs. Honestly, one of the best beats I've heard this year. It's so good. Like, the instrumental goes absolutely buck wild crazy, and now when I listen to it, I don't even think about the lyrics and how they're kind of just like, what the fuck? I'm just popping my ass. Like, it's just great. And I love that they all come from different backgrounds and different cultures. Like, this is so cool. Like, I love them. So I'm really excited to see their career blossom as well. Like, what an exciting time for pop music, you guys. Tame Impala, his song Loser. I'm really excited for Kevin's new album. It's gonna slap. I am ready for that. There's just so much good music that's coming out and I'm really excited about it. Okay, so my last steps are, I'm gonna do mascara on my bottom lashes, and I don't even know what this is. Oh, this is YSL, and this is the waterproof mascara, just because I said earlier my eyes water so bad. All right, there's the finished mascara look. I've been doing mascara on my bottom lashes a lot more lately. I just feel like it just makes my eyes look bigger and it makes them pop more. Next, I'm gonna take the Fenty Beauty highlighter in How Many Carats? And this is gorgeous. I guess this is brand new. I got this at Ulta when me and my mom went, when I visited Oregon. And I don't know if you can see, but it's just so pretty. It's just like a classic like opal-y shimmer. I don't know, it's so pretty. But then I also have Fenty Beauty in Trophy Wife, and this is more of like a golden highlighter, and sometimes I like to mix them. Look how gorge. I usually put like this one on first and then do just like a little bit of the golden one after. And I just put it up here, a little bit on my nose. And then I take a smaller brush and then I just put some on my brow bone. And it's just so pretty. It looks really pretty in the sun. And then I'm just gonna go over a little bit of the gold one, just a tiny bit. Next, I'm gonna take some of my contour slash bronzer stuff and just put a little bit under my chin. And I don't know how to contour my nose. I'm still trying to learn how to do that. For now, I just put just like a little bit extra translucent powder on the sides of my nose, and I feel like it kind of gives that contour effect a little. And then last but not least, I'm gonna use Buxom Plump Shot in the shade Get Naked. And this is like a nude plumping gloss, a little bit of a brown tint. And then I just finish it all off with Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, baby. My go-to. And I love the new bottle. It's got like a new look. Ooh. Oh, and I totally forgot to blend my foundation into my neck. But just know that I do that. I just forgot to do it right now. But that step is very crucial. So make sure you do that. But yeah, finish it off with this. And I noticed that since this is a lot stronger, and if I spray it on my face and it gets in my hair, it like makes my hair kind of stiff. So I go like this. And yeah, this is my updated makeup routine. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe for videos every Sunday. And yeah, I love you silly billies. Thank you for watching. Have a fabulous rest of your week.